H2K Infosys provides world-class online IT training, staffing, and software testing solutions to customers worldwide. H2K Infosys, how we are different from our competitors. 100% job-oriented training, hands-on project work, cloud test lab, resume preparation and review, mock interviews, robust syllabus, one-time fee and lifetime access to classes, access to recorded sessions of live classes. H2K Infosys has won the trust of thousands of students worldwide. For a free demo class, visit us at h2kinfosys.com.
So what I did here is in order to talk about what is an import basically. So what I did is I've created a package here as import, and let's say I'm going to create a class here, new class and difference. So I just want to say difference. Okay. So in this class, I want to basically do some functionality. Let's talk about those functionalities. Or let's say this is again some kind of mathematical calculation. Okay, so let me rename this to mathematical calculation. It's a very big name, right? So copy this and paste it here. Okay. Now, as the class tells you that it is you can do some kind of mathematical calculation here. Okay, so let me do something like public void add, and wherein you want to add two values, int a, int b. Okay, and let's say you just want to return this, and instead of void, I'll be just telling here as integer and just say return a plus b. Right. The same thing goes if I want to subtract two values. I can just say subtract, and I want to subtract a minus b. And very well, from your main class, from your main method, what I can do is I can just say mathematical calculation MC equals to new mathematical calculation. Okay, and I can just say MC dot subtract, right? So I know I have to hold this variable somewhere, otherwise it is of no use. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say sys out, and with the help of my system.out.println, I'm going to print that value, because when I'm invoking this particular method, it is going to give me a return type, and this is my return type for me. Okay, and the same thing goes for your addition also. So pretty plain and simple. Right click, run as Java application. So it gives me the result here, right? So if I do a subtraction or an addition here, if I say add, so I get an addition here, run as Java application, right? Pretty plain and simple. And if you know that if this is your static method, right? What you can do is, instead of creating an instance of the class instance of the class, you can directly invoke this with the help of your class name itself. Okay, so this is how you know that you can directly invoke this, but this one you cannot directly invoke, because this is a instance. This you can only invoke after creating an instance of that particular class. Okay, now the main objective of telling you all this story is, if you remember, we have already created a calculation class somewhere in the previous session, wherein we are doing some sort of addition and subtraction in those things, right? Why to again reinvent the wheel, right? So what I can do is I can basically use these class, right? So in order to use these class, what I need to do, I need to use this particular class. So if I comment these things, right, I do not want any kind of functionality which is present in your mathematical calculation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the help of a different class here. So in order to take the help of a different class, I can just say calculation. Let's see, go and see if you have any constructor. Okay, you don't have any constructor here. So I'll just say calculation calc equals to new calculation. right? So, but still what I'm just getting a compile time error here saying that this particular calculation is nowhere present in any of the packages here, right? So if you see here, if you remember in your previous examples, if I open this calculation here, right? So if in this particular package itself, if I right click and say new class and say client program, and here if I say calculation calc equals to new calculation, here I have no problems at all. Okay, I think calculation has got a okay, so here it says the construct add argument to match. Okay, I just add two values here, right? This what it is. This calculation goes here. Okay, we've got a constructor with taking two values here, right? So what I can do basically, if you see here, when I'm invoking this particular calculation here, I do not have to have anything as import here, right? Because both client program and the calculation belong to the same package here, right? Now let's see, go back to our mathematical calculation here, and if you see here, we are getting some issues here, right? So even though I say 12, 10, right, I still get some issues. The same constructor I have used in the, I just copied this, I can just even copy this and paste it here, right? Now how do I use, okay, now if you see I just copied it, something happened here. That means in this particular class, as these two belong to different packages, right? Different packages in the sense, if I click on this, if you see the package structure is com h2k infosys java.imports, and this is your if I open any of the file here, if I open this one, it is something like com h2k java.methods. So methods and your imports are of different packages here. Now in order to use the calculation class from a different package, you basically need to import that package. Okay, so that is what your import is. We will see a lot of imports down the line when we talk about a lot of other things. Okay, so from here onwards we have started learning what is an import here. Okay, now if you can see, if I remove this import right now, it is going to give me a compile time error again saying that calculation cannot be resolved to a type. He doesn't know where calculation is because calculation is not at all visible to this particular class. All right, so for that reason you basically do an import here. So I just remove this import. Now once I import this, what I can do, I can just invoke any of the methods present in your add value. Let's say this is your add value, right? So what is this add value? It is going to return you. So I'm just going to hold this in systrace. Okay, so I'm just going to say here 3 and 4, plain and simple. So right click, run as Java application. So I get the same result what I am expecting, but I'm not implementing in the same class here. Instead I am pushing it to a different class, and that class is giving me all the functionalities. All right, so instead of having all the functionalities implemented here, you are basically implementing it in some other class and you are just using that class here. All right, now I will talk about this math class later. Okay, now and as you know, if you have any of the static methods here, so let's say you have got a static method here, so directly you can access the method with the help of the class name here, right? So I can just say copy this one, or say sys out this dot sub value. Okay, so I'll just say 4 and 5. So this is going to give me a subtraction of both the numbers. Right click, run as Java application. Okay, So this is what your import is. From now on, we will see what is an import, how to use an import. When we talk about different classes, there are different classes in different packages. We have to import those packages. Okay. Now, going back to the previous classes, if you see from where your system is coming in picture, right? Now, I have never, as in this particular mathematical calculation, I'm using a calculation as a class. For that reason, I have to import it because it is not even present in the same package here. Now, the question arises from where the system class comes in picture. System by itself is a class again, right? So this is your public final class. All right. Now, in this, as this is a system class, so there is no trace, and we know that it is not even under your import package, right? So from where it is coming up, right? Now, there are a lot of classes which are accessible to each and every class, okay? And that everything which comes under your java.lang package, okay, this is important to understand. Anything which comes under your java.lang package is automatically being imported for each and every class to use it. All right. What if I say import java.lang.systems, right? It doesn't make any difference here, even though if I say this or if I don't say that. Okay. So there is no point in importing these kind of packages. So right click, run as Java application, right? I'm getting the same result. I'm getting the output with the help of your system.out.println. Okay, so there are a lot of other classes which are present. If I'll show you here, let me open the JRE, RT, lot of other packages which are already present. But out of these packages, only java.lang package is the one which is imported automatically. Where is java.lang? AB. Okay, this is java x dot. Where is PQR? Okay, here we go. All right. So this is, if you see, there are a lot of other classes which is present inside your java.lang. Everything will be automatically imported to your own class. Okay. Any questions on this? No questions? Great. All right. Now, based on this, we'll see our next topic. Okay. So we are going to talk about your access modifiers in Java. What is an access modifier? How do we use that? Why do we use that? When we talk about the core concepts of Java, one, we